If you can't trust other people, it means that you don't trust yourself. What I want to talk about today is what that means and how you can adjust that so that you can be more trusting of other people. Trust is the belief that other people have your best interest in mind. And the idea that you can't trust people is that you believe that they are thinking about how you can benefit from their actions. So when we meet someone out in the world and we see that they have similarities to us, maybe they have the same religion, maybe they go to the same school, maybe they have the same life ambitions as we do. And we find alignment with that. We look at them and we think, you understand, you believe the same things that I do. So you must be on the same track as I am. I trust you. I believe because you were so much like me, you also have my best interest in mind. And it's a natural thing that we do instantly with association. We start looking at people. And if you've done this many, many times and you found that they do not have your best interest in mind, they've betrayed you, they've lied to you, they've done something that upset you that you didn't expect, then you would stop trusting in people. That is, you would stop believing that they have your best interest in mind. Well, the truth is that no one has your best interest in mind. You have your best interest in mind. So we want to flip that mindset to understand it's not about you for them. It's about them for them. And it must be about you for you. Make your life about you. So let's look at this. Right here, you just look at them physically. You know that they go to the same church, they have the same glasses, they like the same sports team or whatever, right? You have something in common, and you automatically think because this is what you have in common right here. This is your thoughts or your ambitions, your ideas. You look at them without knowing. You don't know what's here. This is in their mind. These are their own life experiences, how they might see the world. You don't know what's here, but you assume because you looked at them. You saw them with your eyes, you observed some behavior. You're like me. And I believe in you. I believe in you. I trust you. Maybe you've seen some behaviors from them. I trust you. I trust that you will do things that are in my best interest. But that's not what happens. What happens here is that you don't know what's here. So what we do is make this assumption that they see the world the way we do. When in actuality, they don't. They don't. And so when you're trusting people, you're believing that you're making this up yourself without really knowing, without really understanding, without really seeing what their ambition is. You can't know until they show it to you. Maybe until you start asking the right questions. But what I want to say is that if you can't trust yourself, you can't trust other people. That's the point of this video. If you can't trust yourself, you can't trust other people. So how do we start trusting ourselves? Well, we have to start thinking about what's important to us first. What is our goals? What are our ambitions? And then start matching up with them. Start matching up, start asking the right questions to see whether or not we can trust them. And being very discerning to discover whether or not they are the person who is doing the actions that we believe they need to be doing. We start doing this through conversation. Being discerning means that you know what you're looking for and you are going to talk about it. And when you talk about it, you will also know what actions and behaviors correlate with it. You know what people say that sound like they have an interest that's similar to yours in mind because no one has your best interest in mind. They only have their own interest in mind. What we want to do is check and test for this. Check and test to see what's up here through conversation. So you start talking about those things that are important to you that seem like someone who was on the same journey as you. You talk about those things to see how they're going to respond. This is discernment. What they say to you, you don't believe in what they say to you. You don't believe and give them the benefit of the doubt. You don't start believing this, you don't keep this in mind. Well, just because you go to the same church or just because you have the same life experiences doesn't mean that you're going to look at the world the way I do. Doesn't mean that you have my best interest in mind. Doesn't mean that you're not going to do something that's upsetting to me. In order to trust ourselves first, we need to know what those upsetting things are. We need to know what people say in those cases. We need to know how we feel. So the trust is not in other people to be somebody who has our best interest in mind. The trust is to believe that they are operating for their own interests. And if their interests align with my interest, because I know what I'm looking for, then we can be aligned. I can show them that I trust them or that I believe that they will do things in their best interest that also benefit me. So, this is why I say if you can't trust other people, if you're going around believing that everyone's going to hurt you, then that means you don't trust yourself, meaning that you cannot decide or decipher or discern which person does not have an alignment with you. Hey, tribe, this is a special video made just for you. Let me know what your thoughts and feelings are. Leave a comment to let me know what I need to make next.